welcome, possibly, to the 5 pound challenge. I'm on my laptop again, so it says I'm live maybe now. Well, we'll try it again. Hello, everyone. Welcome. I'm so glad you're here. Welcome to day one of the 5 pound challenge. If we haven't met yet, I'm Dr. Alison Goggin. I'm a functional medicine physician and a doTERRA wellness advocate. And I'm so excited for us to do this free challenge again. I think we did the first one last year. It was a lot of fun. It was eye-opening for myself as well. So if you've done this before, welcome back. If you're new, don't worry, you haven't missed anything. We're going to get it all done together. So the first thing that I do want you to do is download, print out, if you can, your 5 pound challenge checklist, because this is what we're going to be talking about every day. We're going to be going through each section every day, and this is really what's going to help guide you. And like I said yesterday in the post, you don't have to do every single thing every day. Aim for at least one or two, and then of course the more that you can add on, the better habits we're going to create. And also, the goal isn't perfectionism, and know that it takes like 21 days to create a habit. So pick out some things that, one, are easy to you, because you're going to gravitate towards those. Do those. It's always nice to check things off. And pick one or two that maybe you feel like, wow, this might be really hard for me. I'm going to really focus in on this and see how it affects my mind, my mood, my relationships, how I care about myself, how I take care of myself, how I live my day. And the weight is really a bonus conversation, right? And I always love starting with loving awareness, because everyone's like, when we think about weight loss, we're like, well, tell me what to eat, when to eat, what calories, what macros, give me the right workout, give me what works for everybody. And the reality is that everyone is so different. And it really is a lot of experimentation, which we're going to get to. I promise we'll talk about that. We're going to talk about symptoms and what that means for your style of eating, all of that good stuff. But we're starting today with our emotional self-care, which is a great place to be, because when you start a weight loss journey, you don't want to go into it with self-hate or self-loathing, or this idea of punishment where, like, oh my gosh, I have to work out because I hate myself. I have to starve myself because I hate the way I look. No, no, I'm not doing any of that. We're going to flip it and start with, I'm going to take care of myself today, regardless of my weight, shape, size, how I feel, any of it, because I am worthy and deserving of love, okay? And that is going to propel you farther, further, keep you healthier and happier throughout the rest of your life. So these are tools you're going to be using every single day. So I have my notes with me. Let's get after it. So I asked last week, when was the last time you were at your ideal weight? And this happens every time. And every time I ask somebody this, it's like, oh, back in, name your date, right before something horrible happened. And I laugh because it's like, oh my gosh, we've all been through so much trauma and stress and illness that it affects us so deeply. And weight comes on because it's a symptom of something else going on. It's a symptom of pain in your body. It's a symptom of needing protection, and our body uses weight to protect ourselves. So when we look at our past and go, gosh, I remember when I was, name your weight, and then this happened, and I've just never been able to get back here. Well, there's a lot of reasons for that, and a lot of that is nervous system dysregulation. We don't feel safe in our bodies. There's a lot of emotions and pent-up grief and anger and fear and possibly even guilt. So that's where we want to start releasing these things. As always, I highly recommend working with a therapist who is trauma-informed. Most therapists, I would say, are not. If you need a referral, I have many therapists who are just amazing. They do life-saving work, relationship-saving work, and it's important to work with people who understand what you've been through and how to manage those things. And there's lots of tools and techniques like EMDR that can really help get you there. So let's go to my notes. So take your body weight today, and in the chart it has it for day one. Honestly, I prefer that you use a scale that has body fat and muscle percentage, because weight loss will come and go, but our goal is to reduce body fat and improve our muscle percentages. You want to get a scale that you step on but also has a handle, so that way you're getting a full body reading. If you get one that's just a handheld one, it will just do your upper body fat percentage. If you get one that you just stand on, it will just do your lower half. So you're going to get different readings. So if you get one that will do your whole body, you'll get a better reading, something that's better to track over time as well. And you can get them on Amazon, anywhere. They can be really cheap too. So especially if you find that you do a lot of work, but the scale never changes, or it changes just a little bit, this is going to give you a better perspective of what's actually happening in your body, which is really cool. Okay. All right. The first place we're going to start with today is forgiveness. That's number one on our list. And I think forgiveness of yourself is the most important aspect of this, and then others. And just to be upfront right away, the goal is not to call everybody ever that you're upset with and let them know why and say, I forgive you, and like try to mend things. That's not really the goal. Mending and healing is over time, and that place really starts within us. And when we carry around the anger and the grief, like we talked about, it weighs us down. And I think I'm going to post an emotional vibration scale that I really like, because when we feel in those deep emotions, those dark emotions, that grief and that guilt, it's a lower vibration. Our cells are vibrating at a lower frequency. And what does that mean? It's toxic. It's bad for our DNA. It's bad for our mitochondria and energy. And we want healthy cells, right? And healthy cells need healthy emotions. So forgiveness is a great place to start, and ideally forgiveness for yourself. You are here because of a lifetime of things that have happened to you, and it's not always in our control. Control is such an illusion that it's not even something that you need to take blame for, right? There's so many people that walk around saying, well, if you got sick, it's because you wanted to be sick, or it's in your head, or you called it to you, or you deserve it, or it's karma. And that's just really not the way any of this works. It's just not reality. And so you can release that need for control and focus in on forgiveness and loving yourself for where you are right now. When it comes to other people, the number one thing, I'm going to say this a lot, so I apologize. Number one is, as I read this list, and I read my notes from last year, and I started making notes for this year, I kind of see this in a slightly different light, and I hope that you do too if you're returning to this program. And forgiveness for others, service to others, love for others. We also need boundaries, and a lot of times that forgiveness, that self-love, and that compassion looks like boundaries of, I can't talk to you about these things, or I need help, I need more love and service in my life. You don't have to do everything on your own. That's no one can do that, right? So take that off of yourself and recognize that boundaries are incredibly important. And when people are so demanding of you, or families demanding of you at work, everything, that you still need to put yourself first. And we talk about that a lot, right? We hear it all the time. Put your own oxygen mask on first. Put your life vest on first. And now's the time to actually start doing it. Let's start this year of really taking care of ourselves. And remember that you wouldn't invite people into your home, right? You wouldn't have Friendsgiving over, or 4th of July party with people you don't get along with, or who treat you like crap. You'll be like, no, I'm not inviting them. And this is your opportunity to say, I love you, I forgive you, I'm sorry, and either be done, focus on that healing, or invite them in. So this is your decision time, but it's really about your healing and you feeling good in your body. Okay. The next section is service and serving others. And I do love this because it's a great way to express love and compassion and kindness. And I know a lot of us are moms here, grandmas, aunts, uncles. We have a few guys in this group, not too many. So one of the things that happens when we have experienced trauma or we have nervous system dysregulation in our body, or have neurological changes in our brain for whatever reason, we become overwhelmed really easily. And those little things kind of, so easy things like PMS, right? So like if you're PMSing and then all of a sudden your kids are too loud and your husband is driving you crazy, your partner's driving you crazy, and you're like, if in the things that your kids would normally do that wouldn't bother you, you're like, I cannot do this anymore. It's okay. First of all, that's normal. You are overwhelmed. You are over triggered. You're like, oh my gosh, I lost all the words for it. But your nervous system is on overload, is hypersensitive, and we cannot be of service to ourselves or the people in our lives when we're overstimulated. So if you go, God, service, I can't do any more service. This is your opportunity to step back and go, okay, wow, I'm really overstimulated. There's something not right here. I need to take care of myself. And then figure out what that is for you, because you can't keep going at this pace without support or delegation, or caring for your body. So if it's hormones, we need to get your hormones in check. If it's neurological, we need to get your brain supported. If it's trauma, we need to get you to therapy and start working on that, right? There's a lot of different components to this. It's never just easy as like eat asparagus. Like I wish it was, but this is really detailed stuff. So service is when we're in that moment of loving service, we are in the present, we're focused, we are filled with love and the intention of love. So make those small things that you do this week filled with love, intention with love and care. And whether it's making coffee or breakfast, or you're packing lunch for yourself or your kids, or you're picking up socks from underneath the couch for the millionth time, try and switch it to like, all right, I love my family, this is what I do for them, and create systems for you that will allow you to be of loving service rather than falling into the trap of being overwhelmed and overstimulated and underappreciated. Like there's a balance here, okay? All right, self-love. Pay attention to your self-talk, because this is the most important thing. What is the first thing you say to yourself when you wake up? Is it, all right, awesome, oh, I'm so excited for today? Or like, okay, here we go, I got this, like let's get started? Or is it, oh my God, I don't want to do this again? Or I can't do another day, I just want to go back to sleep? Or when you get up and you look in the mirror, is it like, oh my God, bedhead? Like, oh my God, what's happening? Or you're like, all right, I got to brush my hair, I'm going to brush my teeth, I'm going to take care of myself, I'm going to take care of my skin, I'm going to get dressed. All of those things really set, especially in the morning, set us up for our day and how we feel about ourselves. And think of the person, this is totally me. So when I wake up, I'm like, oh my gosh, sometimes I don't feel good. I didn't sleep really good that night. I look in the mirror, I'm like, oh my God, I wish my hair would grow back. I'm still wearing my wigs, right? And then usually if I get into that mindset, my mood gets lower and lower. I grab a cup of coffee and I'm like, I don't feel like eating. I don't feel like cooking. I'm not going to take care of myself. I don't do anything. And then I scroll on TikTok, and then like I said, trap, and I don't take care of myself. On the days where I wake up and I'm like, hey, I feel really good. I slept really good last night. And I look in the mirror and I'm like, okay, I'm going to brush my hair and I'm going to do my hair care treatments. I'm going to take care of my skin. And then first I get up and have a glass of water. And then I make my breakfast. And then I have my coffee. And then I do my meditation and my journaling and my reading and my posting and my work and all the things that I have to do and want to do and get to do in my life. So that morning time is really important, as well as the evening time, how you set yourself up. So be kind to yourself. I love that the sheet says express your gifts, because we all have different gifts. And I love the Strength Finders. I actually have my books right up here on my desk, because sometimes I'm like, I don't know what my gifts are, or I'm not doing the right thing. I always go back to my strengths and what I am called to do, and focus on those. Okay. So the next one is gratitude. Count your blessings throughout the day. Target, Walmart, everywhere has gratitude journals. I love mine. I like to do mine at night, and because at the end of the day, I feel like it's just a great time to do it. Some people like to do gratitude journaling in the morning. I would encourage you, if you don't have this system in place or you're not already doing it, I don't have it up here, your daily calendar, your to-do list journal, your daily notebook, whatever that is that you keep your schedule in and all your lists and everything, just make it a goal one day, every day, to write one thing that you're grateful for, and put that on your list. And at the end of the week, you're going to have 7 things. I love my passion planner. This is my old journal, and every day it has this week's focus and good things that happened. And at the end of the year, I got to go through and be like, oh yeah, oh, I started a life book. Oh, we had back at the gym. Oh, I hit my PR. It's a really amazing tool to look back, because sometimes we don't give ourselves enough credit, right, of all the things that we have to be grateful for in life. And when things are down and you're not feeling good, and maybe you're working so hard and you don't see any progress at all, finding those little things to be grateful for can really shift your emotions and how you feel about yourself, and give you the opportunity, right, to change your mindset for the day. Okay. There's so much there I could talk about, but I know you already know about this. All right, last thing, compassion for yourself and for others. Okay, so everyone's on a different journey, and what we assume we know about people is mostly wrong, right? And especially with social media, like we see the highlights of each other's lives and we think, oh, lucky her, look at how great she looks and how great her kids are and her life is so perfect, and they went on another vacation, and we assume so much about each other, and then we don't really know the truth or their struggles or their health issues. And so it becomes really easy to judge others and then feel bad about ourselves. And it becomes really easy to play that comparison game instead of, one, focusing on gratitude for them, focusing on service for them and that love, and saying, well, hey, how are you? Wouldn't that be wonderful if someone said, hey, how are you today? What's going on in your world? And catch up with me. What's new? What's working? What's not working? Asking people detailed questions about their life, your friends, your family at least, not like random strangers. Don't go up to random strangers and be like, tell me what you're, like, how's your libido doing? Like, no, we're not doing that. But just getting to know people that are in your life and having compassion. And especially, as your kids get older, I have a teenager now and she's just wonderful. And we forget what a difficult time that is. And we think, I read a lot of articles about teens, and a lot of parents post, and they're like, I don't know what you're so upset about. Your life is so, you look at all the things you have. You have your own room. You have a phone. You have this. You have that. And we forget the intricacies of that time in our life. And so whether it's a teenager, a new mom, someone who's struggling with a chronic illness, we really have no idea what they're experiencing. And everyone is on a different journey. And it's also really easy to say, especially when we're in a weight loss conversation, um, hey, I eat paleo and I do, this is just an example, and it's a non-judgmental example. And I do this really, I do 21-day fix from Beachbody. I lost 50 pounds. Everyone should do this. And so you get all your friends on board, and you have this one friend, and they did it too, but they didn't lose any weight. And you're like, something's wrong with you. You're just lazy. You didn't do it. And that poor person is like, this is not working for me. What's wrong with me? And there's so much judgment involved. And so what I would encourage you to do is really bring your focus into you when you're on your healing journey. Don't look at what anybody else is doing. You can research, and you can experiment, but don't be like, well, she's doing this, so I have to do this. I wish I looked like her, so I have to do these things. It doesn't work like that. Your body is so different. So have that compassion for yourself. Know that you are incredibly unique in your health, in your journey, in your weight, in your relationships, in your family, in your past. All of these things come together to make you. No one is like you at all, and no one ever will be like you. So love yourself as you are right now for who you are. Lean into your gifts. Lean into the things that you love. Share yourself with people that you love. Focus in on compassion, gratitude, love, and create those boundaries. Don't allow yourself to be taken advantage of, right? This is a thin line. So this is actually kind of like maybe the hardest part of this challenge, to really love on yourself today. And if you hear yourself saying, oh, I hate the way I look. Oh my God, I'm so fat. Oh my God, my gray hair. Like, we can name everything, right? Oh, I wish whatever. Stop. Say in your mind, stop, cancel. No, we're not doing that anymore. I love myself just the way I am. I'm perfect the way I am right now. I am on the right path right now. Whatever mantra works for you. And just every time you have that negative thought about yourself, about your life, about your weight, flip it. Say stop, cancel, no, and say your new one. Okay? All right. So share in the comments below what you want to work on today, this week, any interesting takeaways. And this week we're going to be doing some fun prizes at the end of the week. I'm going to post those today too. If you have any questions, concerns, comments, you definitely comment. And if you don't want to and you want to private message me, that's fine too. I'd be happy to chat with you or share it anonymously in the group if it's a really good topic. So thank you so much for being here, and we'll see you tomorrow.